it goes without saying that Japanese RPGs have become not only like a meme, but a genre unto themselves. Whether you're an actual Japanese developer or just inspired by, they have their own unique tells. Young fella wakes up in the middle of the night to his village being killed and becomes the savior of the universe. He's the oldest Japanese RPG trope. Other developers have taken that and gone, let's make our twist on that classic turn-based battling RPG style. And that's where we get games like Earthlock. So I've got Shaney in to discuss Earthlock, which is, I mean, it's a bit different. I don't think it's made by the Japanese. I'm pretty sure it's made by the Europeans.
Yeah, so it's not a Japanese RPG.
It's a European-Japanese RPG.
Let's just say RPG. Let's throw away the letter, because let's not even start on that conversation, because that's a whole different conversation. Yeah. It's an RPG, so it's a very stock standard kind of style where you've got your, 4 heroes or whatever standing in a line. You've got your turn-based action where you can action where you're choosing your what move to do or heal but there's a few elements in there that they throw in to toss it up a little bit.
And I guess that is a lot of the things with a lot of these games. Even the Japanese have moved away from that, where a lot of their turn-based systems now. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 is technically a turn-based system, technically.
Okay, no.
You know what I mean?
No.
But the Tales games have done it for a while, where you've had running around, you just set people with different things. So it's interesting they've gone back to that more traditional early Final Fantasy style game, but then they've added their own unique twist on it.
Yeah, they've got a few new mechanics, new maybe not the right word, but
I gotcha.
reused mechanics, let's say. So you got a bond system, which you basically 2 friends together. If they fight together, they get stronger together. They've got
just like me and you, Shaney. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, I keep going. There's also instead of MP, they've got the stamina mechanic.
Yes.
So basically,
this is interesting. I mean, this is very much unique to their kind of thing, the way they handle it.
It's a little bit interesting. It's probably been used somewhere else previously before, but it's still kind of not common, let's just say. So it's a very much interesting mechanic. Basically, each move has its own stamina cost, which then you only regain 1 stamina per turn. So you've got to toss up between, okay, how much stamina?
Do I go for the killing blow?
Or do I heal? Or do I, even throw a status element onto the enemy just so I can win in the long run or something like that?
Or run the RNG gauntlet and hope that they miss their attack or something. Because So I mean, it's got those kind of elements. I guess the main thing though, especially for JRPGs, is they're a delivery method for a story. And I guess, how is the world of Earthlock as a result?
It's an interesting story because you just basically are thrown in straight away. There is no real... there's that 3-minute opening where it's telling this pre-big story of the world itself.
The preamble,
Because it is very much of a new world. It's nothing that's been explored before. You think Final Fantasies, you always think crystals, blah, blah, blah. This is not something like that. It
has no tropes to rely on.
Yeah, it has no tropes or backstory to rely on. So it's creating everything itself. That said, it does it pretty well. There's a few elements that's just kind of missed here and there.
Sometimes it can be close, especially from a new studio,
Yeah, but you get this real sense of deep darkness that some elements here, the Empire feels maybe not as good as they should be, something like that. Who would have thunk an Empire?
Empire did nothing wrong,
No, but then there's also a few other, I guess, mechanics even that they bring in through the game and the characters that make it a little bit more interesting.
So I guess being on the Switch makes it a big deal, makes it accessible to a lot of people. Is it still, do you reckon it's still worth a look?
I think definitely worth a look if you're getting it not too expensively. It's maybe not a full price title.
Which I don't think it is.
Which I don't think it is anyway, but it's still actually a fairly long game and a lot of nice mechanics in it. The characters have their own even character traits outside of combat that you can actually use on the overworld map to either fight extra enemies, which actually gives you more XP bonuses because you're fighting more XP bonus enemies. But then there's also your one character can only gather items on the overworld, or this character only can do this on the overworld. Sometimes actually that's a little bit annoying because then you have to quick switch characters a lot. But it's still a nice mechanic.
So it still works. So definitely worth a look, even though it's not a JRPG, it's an ERPG.
It's an RPG.
But it's not a WRPG.
It's an RPG. Just say it's an RPG. We're not having that conversation right now, okay?
But it's not a JRPG.
It's an RPG.
WRPG.